Well, it's day 3 here at Willinga Park and we have had an amazing day of jumping. Joined on the panel tonight, of course, by my co-commentator for the panel each and every night, David Cameron. What a day we've had.
Timmy, this is one of the better days of Showjumping I've seen. That Grand Prix class would have to be the best class we've had this year in Australia. It was a sensational class.
Rowan, Willis, been all around the world, but I think you must say we've had a fair bit of fun here.
Yeah, this is right up with any place in the world, and fantastic jumping today. And yeah, well done, Katie.
Well, I've pulled her away from her first bottle of champagne. Katie, Laurie, how good does it feel?
Oh, it was amazing, amazing day.
Hey, Willinga Park's an amazing place. We've got a bit of a highlights package from around the ground, and we're going to have a bit of a chat about this place while that's rolling here. Guys, it's just been... Like, for me, I suppose I'm here every day, and Katie now been here for a few days, but you keep pinching yourself every day you drive in those gates, isn't it?
It's amazing still. It really is. You know, we've said it for 3 days. We're very lucky to be here, and you know, it's a great venue for years to come.
You might not get rid of us next week.
Hey, as I said to Jacob Wells the other day, we're happy for you to keep staying. I can just keep sending an invoice. It's a weekly bill. There's no problem with that. That'll certainly help pay my costs down here. You can stay as long as you like, Rowan.
It's tempting, very tempting. I quite like that swimming pool up in the stables there.
Well, the rumour is that if you win the Grand Prix, you've got to have a swim in it tonight.
Oh, God.
Oh, here we go.
I think Katie Laurie has some chance of doing that.
Yeah, I would not dare me to do that. It's a terrible idea.
No, Terry Snow said that if you win the Grand Prix, you can jump off the roof.
Oh, jeez.
I'll get a scissor lift for you.
Just not after 10 p.m. I heard, because you're not allowed back after 10 p.m.
I know, we can break the rules. The rules are there to be broken for some. Hey, Dave, you and I think I've talked more about grass than I've ever talked about the last couple of days. Dave Cameron, our riders rep. It's been the talk of the town, but I think we've got there.
Yeah, no, we did. It was a lot went into today to make it as good a class as it was. You know, we moved the size of the arena to get the jumps on fresh ground. And it worked really well. It was a fantastic class, a lot of clean rounds, an unreal jump off, you know, and to be able to go that fast, the ground had to be pretty good. So, you know, it was a great team effort from all the riders, all the staff at Willinga Park, the course design and Brad Longhurst to make it as good a class as it was. It was a really cool show jumping community that pulled together to make it work.
Rowan, this happens all around the world. Turf is turf and rain is rain. You can't help it unless you're in an indoor, and unfortunately we don't have a roof this big. Please don't suggest that anyone
No,
just
we don't
yet.
want to be in an indoor. Definitely better jumping on grass. It's always nice to jump out there, and yeah, unfortunately we had a bit of rain, but the ground held up well, and you know, the whole class, I don't think anyone had an issue there with the surface, so that was a real credit to everyone. And we had a really good crowd turnout today to watch, and I'm sure they all enjoyed themselves, and yeah, made for a nice day of jumping.
Now, before we got to the main class, of course, it was the futurity final. Futurities have always been tough competition. I think Katie and Dave would agree here in Australia. They've been fierce all the way through this year, and there's a really good bank of young horses coming through.
No, the quality of young horses are getting better and better, and I think, you know, Katie coming across with a really good group of young horses added to the futurity group of horses also. But no, it was a great class, and it was great to see the ever consistent Stewie Jenkins take the win.
Yeah, look, he went head-to-head with Paul Brent, Cavalese Kavita. There was nothing in it. We've actually got the split screen of these guys jumping off against each other, and we can see these boys here. They really don't leave any stone unturned, do they? I don't know how Stewie's going to give the ride up on this horse.
I know, he's got a very understanding wife in Becky.
Well, he said that today was his last ride, though. I don't... Like, Katie, if you'd had a win in a futurity today, would you be handing the reins up?
I reckon he'd have to drag me off.
Stewie, though, he made the most of it.
Not only that, he won the Triple Crown as well. You can see, interesting, he was early in front, but then actually Paul was quicker through the second half of the course.
Yeah, he was. He actually said to me earlier at stables, he just didn't get as good a roll as he wanted earlier, but then he sort of, you know, freed up the end. That was always his plan. And now that mare, you don't ever really have to pull on the reins much. He sort of keeps rolling along pretty well. Yeah,
it's been a super jumping, these horses. Stewie nearly coming off over the final
he
fence.
got a little loose.
It's a little loose, but...
he actually lost a peg on the other side there.
He looks happy, though.
It is always a lot of fun. Yeah. So that was our prelude. We then took quite a bit of time to build, and we built the anticipation quite heavily. The Grand Prix class was an amazing class from start to finish. To get the 6 clear rounds, I think, I had a look at it and thought 3 or 4 I'd be great. I dreamt of getting 6, said we'd take 8 back, and suddenly we had 1-4 falter into the second round.
Yeah, no, I was very surprised. It was a strong track, and just credit to how good the ground was. There was a bit of discussion whether to move the class to another arena. I'm sure we pulled the right rein. All the riders voted and decided to keep it in the grass. And when you look up there and saw the crowd and the atmosphere, it was definitely the right move.
When we had that beautiful VIP tent, and that is what makes a show really, it is the crowd and the general admin, but we've got to look after those sponsors. To have that Spiri tent down on the arena, it just gave them that really hands-on approach.
Yeah, it was right on course there. They had a very good view, especially right in front of the combination. So fantastic for them to get such a close-up of the jumping. And
you stole a horse off Chuggy. That one here, Levelinski, do you reckon you want to steal 2 now from him? Because it's a pretty handy horse.
Yeah, I mean, I might even steal the other one of Gabby's as well, I think. He'd be really greedy.
Come in and be the Tomb Raider, you reckon? Just take the lot.
No, they've got some serious horsepower, don't they?
Well, they had in the lineup, the first and second was obviously Katie and Billy. We'll talk about them a little bit more. But Chug's team was 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, because you had the with Rowan on 1, Gabby on 1 and Chris on 2. Like, it's not a bad day at the office for these horses.
And they set up really well for this class. It's a big money class. They didn't start them very much over the last couple of days. And, in typical sort of Chug fashion, they had, and Gabby, they both had them ready to go, all their horses ready to go, and they jumped fantastic today.
Rowan, anywhere on the course today that you thought the course designer maybe tested us a little bit more, or all pretty nice and easy going for the jumping?
Yeah, I thought it was a good course. It was nice. Nice start, but he made us think coming back to 2, because the time allowed was a little bit tight, so we couldn't go too wide. And then again around to the wall, and he kept us thinking the whole way around, and then up the line, the Oxa, the 6 drives to the combination, and then kind of the 6 or 7 to the Oxa after it. It was a good course, and the good quality of horses in the field, and it made for a good class.
Tough day for Tom, Dave, in a sense. That horses have been firing all year, but when you're on, and when you're not, you're not.
Yeah.
That's the sport of show jumping.
No, you're right, Tim. And, the Triple Crown is always going to be a tough thing to win. And Tom came extremely close, but it's very hard to keep, your top-level horse in form for that long.
Still banks $5,000 for the overall. And I tell you, the horse, we just saw it there, Tess Cook's horse, it's just growing. I reckon in my mind, 5 or 6 hands in ability. It just keeps getting better and better. And of course, with Billy in the helm there and helping her out, it's certainly been a great combination to watch improve.
You're right, Timmy, and it was great to see her win a ribbon today, and it's jumped some good rounds of late.
But of course, the 2 that were there. Well, the jump off, I think, anyone would have to say that jump off was just out of this world.
Well, Chug went out early and almost did like a typical Chug masterclass. Turned up really tight, did a fantastic job, and everyone thought, oh, well, that could have been quick enough. And then out came Billy, and like Billy's done a number of times, Anton's very fast and Billy's even faster, and everyone thought, oh, well, that's a win to Billy. And then Katie Laurie, 3 from 3.
But then, interestingly, the one to watch, he finished 7th. He did have 2 down. Had he only had 1 down, Clay Simmons with Oaks Costanza. I reckon that's a name to watch. He's only 17 years of age. And Dave, you know that horse. It isn't the easiest horse.
No, he's not the easiest horse, but he's got good intentions. He wants to leave the rails up, but he doesn't travel fantastic. And Clay's a real talent. Like, he doesn't speak much, but he's a real talent. He's a nice kid, and he's a real winner. And when he did canter in, I thought, oh, hang on, this kid could win this, the boy from Burke, and he gave it a red-hot crack.
I reckon that's one that we're all going to need to keep an eye on, and I just hope that we don't see him ship up overseas. But interesting, Gavin Chester's done a great job helping him out. But Peter, his old man, is a super operator as well.
He comes from a good horse family, and it's no fluke that he's turned into a good rider.
We have to thank Terry Snow at this point, because we did only have placings to 5th. I really wanted to take 8 back, and I went and said to him, hey, Terry, technically, really, if we want to take 8 back and make it an exciting class, we need a bit more money. So without anyone else realising, he wrote me the cheque, and we got to do it so that we paid to 8th. And that's nice to have the backing of someone like Terry to say, yeah, let's do that, because he was excited with what we saw here today.
Yeah, it's very nice of him to give us 8 placings there, because, there was certainly everyone deserved a little bit of prize money that, in the top 8. So it was very good of him.
Katie, your horse, you must just be ecstatic with him.
Oh, I could not be happier with him. He's jumped amazing all week. I thought I might have run him a little much the first 2 days, but this week he felt great and he was trying his heart out, and he's had a bit of bad luck in the last year here and there, and he just feels like he's really come on in the last 2 weeks. So
I don't want to be tough on him. When he first came to Australia, I remember watching him at Equifest, and I reckon there, without being rude, he jumped 80% of the course really nice, and he was like, wow, this thing's a serious horse. And about 20% he'd have an unlucky rail, or he'd have 2 down, or he'd sort of not quite get there and finish the job. Now, I don't know what you're doing different, or whether it's just time, but it looks like a very different approach, and it's now very safe.
yeah, he was, a lot of the time he'd jump a fantastic round and always just have something. We've had a few little things, but we've really tried to manage him a lot better, and all the small things I think have helped lately. At the Australian Championships, he was the first time where I thought he jumped a fantastic first half and he fell to bits for the second half, and he was getting his tongue over and I think just choking near the end because he just felt like he ran out of legs. So we've been really trying to make all those things better, and all the fine tuning I think has helped a lot for him.
Dave, quite often at this level, it's the 1%ers that make the difference.
Yeah, no, and I think too that's Katie's experience. Just being able to tweak little things at the right time to turn him into a very, very nice horse, to the best horse on the day.
Less than half a second between them here. Let's watch Billy and Katie, see where she got him. These two here, fierce competitors. Both don't give too much away, do they?
No, Katie's already up after the second fence there.
He looks like you can keep pushing him up to the front rail too, Katie, and that's got to make him a fair bit quicker, hey?
Yeah, he actually loves to be dared, which when you're against the clock is the thing that helps him.
Already got him a stride and a half, as you said, Rowan. 1 to 2 is probably the difference if we keep rolling the tape here. Interestingly enough, because I've had the chance to re-watch this, watch the second half, because Katie did the work, and I reckon it's that there. Did you plan to be so far to the left?
No, but he does run to the left, so it helped me out in that corner. Yeah, I did have to allow a bit for the run to the left, which helped me turn back. It did nearly not help at the next fence, but he just wants to, if he can, he just wants to jump the jumps clear most of the time, so he tried.
Threw it at the last. I think we've got this amazing slow-mo of him here. He's just trying, but Anton, you've got to give it to Billy. That horse pulled up at the wall here on the first day, didn't go near it, took him all of his ability to get there. He got it over it. Then in the jump off, here he is running it down to him. Like, this is why Billy is one of our top operators.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that Anton doesn't like water much, so coming in and having to jump the whole of Sydney Harbour, I think that that was not something he wanted to do the first day, but yeah, Billy was great with him, and yeah, super effort for him today.
Dave, how many times have we seen Bill do this though,
No, and you never ever write him off. He might have a bad first day, but it doesn't mean that his last day is not going to go to plan. And that's the big thing about what makes Billy such a competitor. He doesn't really care what happens the day before. He still thinks he's in enough form to win.
And he just, this horse, again, he's come up, he was a stallion, they gelded him, they've played around with him, and he keeps delivering to us throughout the competition. But it's been an amazing class. We wanted that exciting jump off. I think I'm proud as punch for what you guys delivered for us. Rowan, mate, catch right on that horse. Still in the money. I think I had a quick look, $5,000 or something in the bank, 5 or 7 grand, something like that. It's not a bad day to steal a horse and do that.
What were the terms, mate? What happens there?
Yeah, we were asking this before. Do we need to do a quick negotiation now? Do you want me to turn the speakers off to Chug and we work it out?
Yeah, it's been a while since I won a few Aussie dollars, so that was quite nice. I think that's probably more Aussie dollars than I've won in my life.
Rowan, for you, back on the plane on Monday, back to Olympia, it's been a pleasure to have you here, mate. When you said, yeah, I'll ride, and Chuggy said that, I thought, look, if we get him in a futurity or a mini prix, that'd be awesome. But to ride in the Grand Prix, 5 sits on that horse now, that's phenomenal. And credit to yourself and what you do, but also Chuggy and how he operates as well.
Yeah, very big thank you, of course, to Chuggy and Gabby. I mean, they school their horses so well. It makes it a very easy job to come and ride them, and yeah, exceptional mare. So it was good fun. It was nice to be jumping again.
Dave, mate, it's been great having you here on the panel. Have you got a pick for me tomorrow for the mini prix?
The mini pre tomorrow, right? You really put me on the spot, Tim.
Yeah, well, you were running late. You held me up, so now I'm trying to make you look bad.
What's Katie Laurie riding? I'll back whatever she's got.
Have you got? Oh, you've got
Sarah Caruso.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not a bad one.
I think she just firmed at about $2.50 there.
Katie Laurie, you seem to be able to do no wrong here at Willinga Park. It's been amazing.
It has been an amazing first visit here. I'll be too scared to come back after this one.
Hey, boys, how's this? So, Katie Laurie the other day, I told her about our all or nothing class tonight. There's $1,000 if she can jump 7 fences cleanly, and guess what? She's in it. There's the true road warrior.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
But don't worry, Chug's got 2 in it as well. So if you are here on the ground, make sure you get up there. Hey, Rowan, Willis, thank you so much for coming along. Been a pleasure to have you here, mate.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Dave Cameron, mate, great to have you.
Mate, I've enjoyed every part of it. It's been great.
And I think there's nothing better than to watch Katie Laurie take us out here. What a horse it's been. Katie Laurie, you have ridden sensationally. Casebrook, Le Mans, Sparky, what a ride. This horse is just getting better and better as she runs him down to the final fence. What a win it was. Congratulations. You deserve all of the accolades. Enjoy the champagne tonight. Super job. Well, that wraps us up here. Day number 3. You're not going to believe it, the rain's just started again, but let's hope it's a quick storm. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. If you're here on the ground, 7:30 when we'll start jumping. Dinner will start being served from 7 o'clock. But thank you, Rowan Willis, David Cameron and Katie Laurie. I'm Tim Dreverman. We'll see you all again very soon.